Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, we're here. Someone didn't ask me if I was ready, he was being a cock, as usual.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
you know, he got a bit trigger happy. You know, luckily I'm here, I'm a professional, unlike, you know, the UVI-fueled plank soul brother.
That was not
Mr.
my fault.
Bitter.
Mr. Bitterness, shit and
I'm
no
not-
sunshine.
I'm not bitter.
He's bitter, he's here, he's live on Soundwave, baby. And he looks confused already, so it's a simple day. Does not look happy, he's never looked happy. But I'm joined, across from me, it's the bad boy of British wrestling, you know, the personification of bitterness. It is Matthew Burns.
Personification of bitterness. I am not the personification of bitterness.
You know,
I'm not.
It's Matthew Robert Montgomery McGuinness Burns,
What?
I think. If we were going for his full name.
No.
I'd rather have Nigel McGuinness over him though, because
Yeah.
at least Nigel McGuinness knows what he's talking about. Unlike some burns that I've seen in the past, you know, maybe a rope burn, maybe a carpet burn, maybe whatever burn you want. Matt Burns is that burn.
I am not all them
Third degree
burns.
burn.
I am
Cold
not.
burn.
First degree burn, second degree burn. So,
He's speechless. And to the right of me, it's the voice, you know. We're here, you know. It's the, for some reason, it's the middle of autumn, and yet it's sunglasses season.
oh yeah. And his name is Charles Kelsey.
The man who can't simply fuck off.
You pick me up, so it's okay. I can't fuck off if you pick me up. It's a big difference there. I can fuck off if you don't pick me up. Then I don't come for a week. But if you come and pick me up, it's a whole different ball game.
Baby.
I'm leaving your
Woo!
ass behind next time.
Yeah, right. It's like, oh, I don't want to. Only because you got knocked out twice.
What?
You know, the usual before we went on the podcast, like big Superman punch twice, boom. And
Are
you're
you
like,
still trying to get that to rain on my parade?
I don't need to rain you pray for anything. You're just bitter.
You know, and he's just like, why does it
Always rain on me. It's because I'm bitter and I'm a plank and I'm just fucking useless. Why does always? Oh, he's on his phone.
No, I'm preparing to check on the apps. That's all I'm doing.
He's on his
I'm-
phone again. He always moans at me.
Good
Hey.
old,
Talking phones.
good old Montgomery over here. Right then, so, we hope you're alright, all here. I can start the show off with, I told you so.
By the way, he's still somewhere
Whoa,
apparently.
whoa.
Dan just messaged
Whoa,
me
whoa,
about
whoa,
it.
whoa.
It's
You
still
didn't just
somewhere.
tell me. Hang on. I
23rd of
agreed with
September.
you.
Right,
I know exactly what you're on about here.
Right, so if it's still summer till the 23rd of September, so does that mean autumn doesn't start until, autumn doesn't end until the 23rd of December?
Don't have a clue, don't really care. Just told by a fan. Just told by a crazy stalker.
It's fine, I won't ask.
Good,
Right.
good. Don't ask.
So,
Don't ask, you don't have to have unfortunate information.
yeah, so, as I said, I'm going to start this episode off with a I told you so moment.
Who to, me or Matt?
Well, to him, because
It's not to me.
you weren't
It's
here
not
with us
to
at the
me.
time.
I agreed with you.
About 6 months ago, when we weren't live on the radio wave,
When we were on.
YouTube.
Just YouTube.
and
Was this before I came along?
Yeah.
Yes.
With the waste of spunk.
I
Yeah.
made a bold prediction when TNA signed their Destination America deal that they wouldn't be around in a year. I am now one step closer to realising that dream. You know, I believed that TNA might not be here in a year.
He believed that TNA would not be here next year.
So now they again have no TV deal.
I agreed with you on this.
Who takes them next? You know, it's a bit like having a case of, you know, the football. when you were at school, you know, you're quite a well-developed young man.
Well developed here. Well developed my ass. Oh wait, what are you trying to hit me for?
Right, so usually, football.
Ooh.
So football, you started off with, the people that like can set and strike goals. So you can either score them or set them up, and then you worked your way back. And if you were towards like one of the last ones left and being picked, it was either because you were a wank,
Or
Nobody wants you on their team.
or no one wants you. Usually, the bigger kid got to go in goal. But apart from that,
ha! I'm coming.
so
Can't get it past me. I'll eat the ball.
So basically,
Because I'm a bird.
the main strikers have now been picked. The midfielders are there. The defenders are the people that they don't want. So all that's left is the goalkeeper in this analogy. Now, TNA isn't a very good goalkeeper because it doesn't keep its contracts. It can't pay its talent. What can it do?
Quit trying to point at me. Quit trying to point at me. I am not TNA. I am not TNA.
Well, no, you're not a worldwide wrestling company. You're just,
No, because you keep pointing at me just as if hi Tim.
no,
And then someone realised he was actually on about a wrestling company.
no,
Join the conversation.
no, I was actually on about the fat goalkeeper.
No.
Oh, we need someone big to go in the goal. Who can eat balls if they go near him? Matt Burns! You're last picked, you're in goal.
The devourer of world and balls.
Really?
Especially that fucking face earlier.
It's like Nunu. It's like Nunu mixed with Zoidberg.
It's Oyberry.
No. So they're waiting to see if they can get a new contract. Who takes them on now? Is there anyone left in America that can take TNA?
They can't go back to Spike.
No, Destination America don't want them.
Oh, definitely don't want them.
Trevor Sinclair won't have them because they've got Ring of Honor.
And they are Ring of Honor, so why would you want another wrestling company on your TV?
The USA Network's got Raw.
No, it's not Sci-Fi, it's got SmackDown.
To Sci-Fi's got SmackDown.
Is it SmackDown that's got
Yep.
Yeah,
Sci-Fi's got SmackDown.
I think it's USA Network that's got Raw.
Yeah, USA Network's got Raw. Sci-Fi has had SmackDown. It does have SmackDown, yes. Definitely.
So, where do they go now?
I can see clearly now. They would...
I thought you were going to break into song then.
No, because I always saw black and white, took my glasses up and I can see clearly now.
And that's the ring gone.
Brain went ages ago, Sunshine. Yeah, you're trying to think of like another station. I mean, they could always try Fox.
Would Fox have them? Would Fox want just a 1 rating on their show?
Yeah, but Fox are a bigger network, to be honest, probably than Destination America, because Fox are well known.
Okay, but if you were Fox, wouldn't you just try to buy WWE's contracts? Why settle for second, third, or fourth best when you can fight for the top?
True.
It's
just trying to think of. Yeah, it's just if I knew more networks in America that do like the sports and everything, then I'd be like, yeah, they'll do it. I wouldn't surprise if they try to go on ESPN. Wouldn't surprise me, but again, we can go for like WWE.
Straight away, the biggest problem and I'm sure you'll agree with me on this, most networks won't be inclined to take on TNA because of their current track record. They've had, they've got 2 years.
Yeah, they've got drug addicts, alcoholics, domestic violence. It's a roster everyone wants.
But yeah, if you have Matt Burns and you think you have the Power of Worlds.
No.
Devourer of rosters.
No, in all seriousness, most networks are after WWE because of their proven track record. Whatever station they're on, they're always getting the ratings. They're getting
Is it a proven track record? It's a failing track record.
Compared to...
Wrestling in America is on a downward spiral.
I'm not...
Pun intended.
You know, I'm not on about just saying... But compared to TNA.
Right, okay. So,
No, this is what I'm on about. Compared to TNA, right? TNA, within 2 years, have already gone through 2 television networks.
I know, but TNA has maintained a stable rating.
And, TNA have kept a stable rating, and a lot of people do actually question why.
Prove it to me that TNA have not retained a stable rating. I bet you TNA gets 1 million viewers a week.
If you let me finish what I was going to say, it'd probably back you up.
Ooh!
Someone's got a period.
It would actually back you
that
up.
time of the month for Matt Burns.
No. It'd actually back you up. A lot of people actually do question why Destination America are actually getting rid of TNA when they've been one of their highest rated shows.
Heist.
But they've got rid of it.
Because no one wants to advertise on wrestling programming.
They are under the...
Unless your name is...
WWE. So the difference is, and I'll point this out to you now, because this I can actually answer.
Go for it.
So WWE is rated towards a PG audience, so that means that they can advertise more broader spectrum stuff.
Yep.
Whereas TNA's on at a later time, so therefore they don't have access to advertising towards the kids. So therefore the amount of people who want to advertise in that slot is
limited.
Yeah. So you can't charge as much for the premium slots. Now with WWE, their rating has been going down. The ratings before WrestleMania season used to be low 4s, and that was shit.
Yeah.
Now what are they? Do you know?
2.
Well, the last Raw just gone was 2.46, but that wasn't
Yeah.
WrestleMania season. WrestleMania season is now a low mid 3.
Yeah.
You know, over the summer, a low used to be 2.8. They've
But-
just done a 2.42 and a 2.46 in America. Yeah, if that doesn't
I'm
tell you
not-
something about
no.
the state of American wrestling,
I'm not stating that the ratings and everything over WWE. I'm just saying they've got a proven track record with networks. Also, what probably didn't do WWE any favours is when they actually took out their own competition. Would you agree?
Yeah, but that...
No, because they didn't have anything to compete against.
yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. They had themselves to compete against. That's what
They
Vince
did,
McMahon
but they
did
didn't-
for SmackDown vs. Raw.
They did, but they didn't quite do it right.
You can't do that right if the top stars of the company you bought out are still under contract and getting paid millions of dollars.
Millions of
What?
dollars.
Millions of dollars.
By Todd Warner Brothers.
Turner.
No, it was bought out by Tom Warner Brothers.
AOL.
Yeah, AOL.
Yeah.
So there we got that.
AOL Time Warner was
And
it?
of course, their contracts was 1 to 3 years plus. So how can you do an angle or keep the competition like say about you bought them but they're in one side when you can't use them?
I don't know the answer to that one. What not? But WWE did go for tries, but then it didn't quite work out.
So WWE comes to you after the end of the Attitude Era. You're Hulk Hogan. You're on $20 million a year.
I'm not
Vince McMahon
saying
comes up
that.
to you and goes, "Brother, I want you to take $4 million a year." What do you say?
You say yes because that means you're still in the job.
Really? I'd sit at home, I'd take my 20 million, I'd take my vitamins and say my prayers, and
But-
hope there's a job still there at the end of the day.
But don't forget how he blew it all.
Which most of them did. Which they did. Because a good example of that would be Goldberg. I can see you already going. I agree.
My name's Bill Goldberg. I ain't gonna put a man over. I'm bitter. I got Matt Burns disease.
No comment to that.
Yeah, you always got something to say. Come on.
No.
Pipe up, sunshine. I can't hear the bitterness. Come on.
No, I'm not better. I'm not better.
It was fucking earlier.
I'm not better.
We all witnessed the Conqueror earlier.
I am the conqueror of the bitterness.
Shall we keep going?
No.
Or are we just going to keep beating around the bush over the same issue?
No, you're the one who's trying to beat. You're the one trying to add extra when
Right.
it was originally planned to say about the Monday Night Wars and the ratings back then.
It was.
But
the ratings was through the roof because they had to be innovative against each other. But WWE didn't quite pull off their original plan.
Okay. What made different people watch the Monday Night Wars compared to now?
What?
NWO Degeneration X.
It was different. There was something different.
I can say
It was competition. You say clearly, cruiserweights.
No.
No. I got one word even better.
Go on.
A couple words even better.
What?
They weren't PG.
No. The envelope was different.
A lot different.
They had a rectangular envelope, and instead of trying to put a circle piece of paper in a rectangular envelope,
They put the
they went, oh, there's just slots in here, and I can send that out. You know,
It works.
there was nothing flashy. You know, the build-ups were done right. You know, they were selling the big fights on the big pay-per-views, not giving them away on TV for fuck all.
AKA TNA, WWE, everything, whatever's on now on the American mainstream. It's like it's kind of like what they're doing currently on Raw. You've got Sting going up against Seth Rollins and getting into a tag match.
Why not? He hasn't wrestled since WrestleMania. Why not
No.
put him in a tag match to get some ring rust off him? You want to risk putting Sting?
No, I was just using that as an example. I'm just saying they've always got the matches already. You won't keep them.
So you want to Sting face Big Show on his own?
They've done it before.
Okay, so you want a
I'm not-
56-year-old man against a 40-odd young
That
giant.
wasn't my example. It doesn't matter.
Who, no
I
matter
wasn't.
what.
It was just. I just tried to use that time. Try to use something most recent. It just didn't work out because I managed to pick a wrong time.
That's always you. Wrong time, wrong place, wrong channel.
Same bad channel. No, so
You know, you always see in black and white, never in colour. Because you're not live in the colour, Daddy.
you know, we're all on digital and you're still on analog.
No, I'll get it right. You just got digital. We're in HD. You fake, you're fucking old. Should be chucked in the bin.
No comment.
It's like old Jalla taking the.
No. No.
Old jealousy take.
You're not going to. No.
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 Just
Yes.
No.
Maybe.
Yes.
No.
Really?
Raleigh.
Who? Riley.
Randy.
Really?
Rowley.
Really.
Jimmy.
So yeah, so that's my perspective on TNA. I don't think it'll be around in 6 months. I honestly don't see how they survive without a television deal.
Be a shame, but
It'd be a miracle if they actually get one.
yeah, but it'd still be a shame if a company went down when you got so many wrestlers who could still
I don't know, you know.
No,
as-
I mean,
as one dies, one is born.
be in
GFW.
I was gonna say GFW, but I was like, is it that?
Or does PWG take its place?
No, they're too adult.
no.
They're too adult, and they're happy with what they got. They earn quite a bit of money with what they got. They don't want to be like major mainstream. They like what they've got. They don't want to travel.
They've got their area. Yeah?
Charles Kelsey is about to lay the smackdown on Matt Burns in a minute.
I'm sharing!
If you could see the face, it's like someone's just.
No, you might as well. You already fucking. It's like eating the fucking forbidden apple. You've already fucking done it. You might as well carry on.
It's like eating the forbidden apple.
I've already fucking done it. God will smite you later on. Don't worry.
Smite me later.
I've already beat you twice. A game earlier when you thought you could beat me. The same way again. And getting all pissed off because you couldn't get me down. You could have asked it. But no, you just stole the forbidden fruit. No point, he's going to like moan about it. See, yours, smaller. Mine is bigger and
I
wider.
apologise. I assumed that was the bottle. I made a mistake. I missed a mistake.
Do you smell that? That's bullshit. Remember the bullshit device? The ball? The bullshit device.
It was a genuine mistake.
It was a genuine
I
mistake.
think he's talking shit. He did it on purpose.
I didn't mean it.
He wanted to take the forbidden fruit, which was my drink, and pour it.
Kelsey,
Don't talk to me. Speak
I am
to the hand like Maurice did. Whoa.
I am sorry.
He didn't like that bit where he like...
I am sorry. I did not mean to. I'm
Still not
sorry if I
forgiven.
hurt your feelings.
You damn right you hurt my feelings.
I will
What?
get you a new bottle.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't.
I'll just replace it yours.
No, you won't.
It's smaller than the one. Because size matters.
One glass, full bottle.
You talk poop.
No, so I'm gonna drag this show back from the jaws of pop arguments. Do the Hardy Boys come back?
It'd be a mistake not to.
It would be a mistake not to.
Do you think we'll see a triple threat TLC at WrestleMania? One more. They're bringing the match up more and more recently. I reckon there is a plan in place. The Hardys are a part of the plan if they can get them back in time. If not, the Usos.
Well, if they did get them back, who would be the replacement for Edge and Christian? Because we know that Edge and Christian are now retired.
Dave Drax.
They really have grown on you, haven't they? They really have grown on you.
Yeah, they're entertaining and annoying at the same time. It's a tag team. If you two don't stop arguing about Pop, I'm going to fucking death blow both of you.
You can't because your knee will just give out and you just can't be off the chair, so...
Oh!
You'd be like,
Challenge issued!
There was no challenge at all.
Someone's forgetting the first rule of Golden Rule training.
Don't fuck with Charles Kelsey.
No.
I wasn't.
Don't talk about it.
You don't talk about
You brought it up!
I can.
You did.
You're the Golden Moors. Every board says it, and we are the Golden Moors.
His head looks fucked.
It's like that big vein
Empty.
that came out
Yeah.
earlier.
No,
Nope.
the New Day. The New Day take over from Edge and Christian, I reckon.
Yes.
Because they are the smarky tag teams, and
Yeah, I can see that. I can see where you get that reference.
it's all about fairness now, equal opportunities.
Yes.
I agree. Just need to get even my fucking rear out. Then it'd be a nice world. Fucking sing that song. What a wonderful world. But no, they won't.
She could be there to take over London when we go.
Are we going from a piss break on that match?
Piss break or break?
Piss break.
Maybe both.
If Kevin Owens is on there, then I'll be going for that break. Like, oh, Mark. Oosh.
He will not be going to the bathroom.
I'm really not looking forward to the Divas match on that event because for some reason I've got a feeling that it is going to be Bayley versus Eva Marie, and if Eva Marie wins in this country, there will be a full-scale riot
By a one-man army.
Oh
By a
no!
lot of people.
A lot of people. She won't
Oh,
make it
yeah.
out of London. She will not make it
No,
out
no,
of
no,
London.
no. The one-man army will start the riot.
No.
I'm just saying, you'll start the riots.
No, I don't
No.
think. I don't think. No, for all, I think a lot more people before that count would even happen would be there,
Yeah.
ready.
A lot of people are going to watch that match and they're going to be like,
This is bullshit.
yeah, you know, I reckon you will hear that chant.
Bullshit.
No, this is bullshit.
This is bullshit. They will. It's going to happen. It will happen. There is no if, there is no buts, there is no maybes. It will happen.
And then what happens when the Barbie doll comes up to the main roster and takes the Divas title?
All hell will break loose.
Does she break Nikki Bell's record?
Well, I can say it now. Well, as people easily forget, she won't be the longest reigning, woman holding the title ever. That goes to the Fabulous Moolah, 10,000 plus days.
Which no one will break.
No. But if you notice that WWE decided to move.
Well, you can move
That
the
out of the way.
goalpost when they're two different titles.
Yeah.
You know?
You go for
Matt Burns claims to be the first United Triple Crown champion.
No, actually, I'm not. I'm not. Actually, I never claimed that. Because I've got
You
one.
claim to be a Triple Crown champion
Nope.
of some sort.
I haven't. I was the first. I was the first Money in the Bank.
I think there's been mentioned it at all.
I'm the first Money in the Bank, but I am not the first Triple Crown. First Triple Crown, that would go to Scott Schuyler.
Do you know what the thing is about the firsts? They always lose it eventually.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You know? The
They
first
always
ever,
lose it.
you know, the first ever Intercontinental champion. You know, he lost his title. You know,
Yeah.
Matt Burns. You know, his first lock of hair. He lost that to the Barbers. You know, so this time it's the one thing about first is someone has to lose it somewhere. Records will come and go. John Cena will break Ric Flair's record.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
I think John Cena might become the first person to hold the US and Intercontinental title at the same time for quite a while.
Maybe.
If it's been done before, I aren't too sure. Might have been done during the invasion days.
United States and nope,
Do you want to bet?
I don't think it was it? Oh no, yes it was. It was paired up for the during the was it the Survivor Series?
Yeah,
To-
but
yeah.
I reckon that John Cena will be the first person to unify them for a while.
Well, recently.
Yeah, because supposedly Roman Reigns is going to be the next world champion after Seth Rollins.
Right.
That's what I've heard on the grapevine. So John Cena's title reign doesn't happen until next year.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see until
Would you want
SummerSlam.
to see a Brock Lesnar reign again?
So I'm still a bit, first
Lesnar,
comment.
great as a champion. Shame he wasn't around enough. But, however, as we've previously mentioned, he became more special by not always being there.
Mr. Goff, if I paid you £1 million a time for just showing up for one event every now and again as champion, would you take it?
Yeah.
Or would you take, a nice, 500 grand for every time you
I'm
have to
not
wrestle?
arguing with you or anything on
Be
this.
away for your kids, even though you don't like being away for your kids or your wife. Oh, is that you? Did you agree to the first one, just having that 1 million per time?
Yeah, if someone wants to pay me £1 million per show, to get to chuck some people around, take a couple to Suplex City, more than welcome.
Maybe an F5 here and there.
Yeah,
Maybe take a bump, laugh at them.
Declare where they're going to or where they're being.
What was the point of Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar's finish now?
Lesnar had to win, but Brock couldn't lose cleanly.
Okay, so Lesnar had to beat himself.
And they had to do a finish that benefited.
He hasn't clicked in at what he's just said there.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar had to really beat himself. Think about it.
You said Lesnar had to win and Brock had to lose cleanly.
Exactly, both had to do it. You know what I mean? That's one of those things. No, Taker had to win. Lesnar had to couldn't lose cleanly.
Fuck, could you imagine how long that might be going on for? Brock versus Brock.
You could have let that just stew then.
That would be nice, though. I think you could do it.
Brock versus Brock.
Yeah, you know.
He just suplex himself from out of nowhere.
You know, Brock Lesnar.
German!
Oh, Omega does it. So, you know, those who want, you know. That's what you want. I haven't got rope burn.
Right, predictions, so I can go 3-1-1 this weekend.
Please.
Oh, well, at least I won one. That's what I wanted. I want to be the one that.
It's Night of Champions with all any belts. Yeah, just might as well call it Night of Wrestling.
Night of Wrestling.
Or Night of Bullshit.
Yeah. Well,
Night of Self-Promotion.
yeah.
Or Seth Rollins night.
There was one thing I wanted to bring up before we actually go on to the predictions. What was your view over the actual streak of Nikki beating the streak and how it was done? What did you think of that?
Shit happens.
I think it's a clusterfuck.
You thought it was terrible that they didn't give it Charlotte.
I can imagine.
No,
that
I'm actually asking for your opinion.
No.
Because I'm not for a heated argument.
I totally understand why they've kept it on her for an extra week.
Yep.
So Mrs. Punk is not the longest reigning women's champion in wrestling anymore. Well, longest reigning Divas champion in wrestling. You know, I totally understand why they've done that. Do I agree with the way that they did it? No. Because it that was like it had been done 2 minutes before they decided to go out.
Yeah, it looked very rough shot.
So, which one out of the submission sorority taps out first and turns heel? Do Becky and Paige turn heel on Charlotte after she wins on Sunday?
Paige.
I'm expecting just Paige.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'm expecting both.
You're expecting both?
Mm-hmm.
So you're expecting them to do the whole jealousy angle?
Yeah.
I'm expecting Paige because of the current...
I'm expecting both because Vince doesn't like foreign people to be faces for long.
So... What?
Nothing.
If it isn't made in America, then it's not.
Fair enough, but... Mysterio's a face. Isn't it?
Masks sell more, and you should know this. The amount of little children that want a mask. You know,
Fair
it's
enough,
nearly
fair enough.
Halloween. You know, nothing says trick or treat than a kid flying up from under your mat to 3 foot in the air and then landing back on the mat. That'd be awesome, actually. If you can imagine that, someone knocks on your door, go, and you did that, go, boom. You want candy?
One candy. Yeah. It's a possibility there will be a heel turn, but I just thought the way it was done, like you said, very rushed, looked last minute, didn't look right, and I thought the fact that they even had tried to do the twin magic, it's been done. We've seen it done.
Twin magic now doesn't work because one of them has got
big fucking boobs.
Yeah, one of them's got 2 things pointing out, going. The other one hasn't got these.
As Nikki Bella said openly on Talk Divas, well, these were paid for by John Cena.
This is what kicking out at 2 does for you.
Get a 2 boob job done.
So, Night of Champions.
Well, actually,
Right.
we got your view on it. Well, what's Kelsey's? What's your view on it?
I couldn't give a shit. Because, simple fact is, the match is going to happen again. Should have happened when it was supposed to happen when Charlotte first came up. Some things happened. Now it's happening now. We'll see what's going to happen. I don't really care about the finish because guess what? It's pro wrestling. Shit happens. You win some, you lose some don't look right. Simple.
So basically, you're just saying hit and miss moments.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Let's get on to we originally going to go into the match predictions for Night of Champions.
Right, first match. Nope, on the pre-show, which I don't get why this is on the pre-show at all. It sounds like actually a really good match. Neville and the Lucha Dragons versus Cosmic Wasteland. That's basically the Ascension and Stardust.
Cosmic Wasteland to win.
Cosmic Wasteland.
Cosmic Wasteland. Match number 2. Dolph Ziggler versus Rusev. Rusev.
Ziggler.
Match number 3.
Actually, I'll change mine, and I'll explain the reasoning. I reckon Ziggler. I reckon Summer Rae will cost Rusev the match accidentally because of, the presence she's been getting off Dolph Ziggler. So I'll go with Ziggler.
Still got
Great.
Rusev to end the rivalry. Match number 3. Yes, match number 3. New Day versus the Dudley Boys.
No contest.
Ooh. New Day. How about yourself, Kelsey?
By no contest, I mean it ends in a disqualification or something.
Yeah,
fucking
like double
stupid.
DQ, like double DQ.
No, I mean just like there isn't a clue in it. and
like
it's
the match just gets thrown out or something.
Yeah.
Right, that's fine.
New Day.
You're going New Day.
Because I reckon it'll end in a disqualification or something. I don't reckon there'll be a pin or submission.
A DQ doesn't throw the match out. A DQ can still give a winner. It'll have to be a double DQ for it to be thrown out.
Anyway.
Fine, I'll take the Dudleys, but they don't win the title.
Okay.
Okay.
Match number 4. Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and a to be announced, aka it's already Randy Orton, or
Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
or because it's been leaked in America, Eric Rowan. Even though he's not supposed to be back yet, but they've accidentally someone in the production accidentally put that out.
So Wyatt family.
Whoops.
White family versus
And Wyatt.
the White
Wyatt.
family of Luke Harper, big motherfucker, big Bray Wyatt,
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman, and Bray Wyatt. I think Ambrose team.
No.
No.
Wyatt's.
Wyatt.
You two Wyatts, okay. Match number 6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, match number 5.
He's testing his counting abilities.
Okay. How many after up to a pin? There's 3! It's clearly a fucking 2. Come on. You do that. 1, 2, 3. It was 3 and it's a 2. Come on. Not for Dudley, for fuck's sake. Match number 4.
4.
Charlotte versus Nikki Bella.
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Match number 5. Ryback versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens.
Ryback.
Hope you fucking die.
Kevin Owens.
Good lad. Match number whatever. Match number 6. Seth Rollins versus John Cena.
John Cena.
I hate him for that. John Cena.
Seth Rollins. Then Seth Rollins versus Sting.
Seth
Seth.
Rollins.
Sting, then Sheamus.
So you're actually opting for the cash in?
They've been teasing the cash in too much for it to happen at this
Way
point.
too much.
I think it's going to happen. So I say Sting and then Sheamus.
No. No.
If it happens now, it shits on your parade, doesn't it?
So what you're saying is, oh right. So if Seth wins, and then Sheamus cashes in, you lose.
Well, I lose anyway if Seth Rollins wins.
That's what I'm saying. No, if Seth wins and then Sheamus cashes in, we win. But because you're opting for Sting, correct?
You win anyway, technically, because you've already picked Seth Rollins, and I picked Sting. And Sheamus.
So if Sting wins, this is what I'm saying, and Sheamus doesn't cash in,
Then I lose. Simple. I don't care. I'm not that bitter about stuff. If that my destiny pick doesn't happen,
I was going to actually offer him, if it did happen, offer him an extra point.
I wouldn't say that if I didn't pick.
But no, I'd say offer him an extra point, because if he actually got that right,
There's at least 1.5 million people that think the same thing as him.
no, that's what I'm saying, he should get an
There's
extra point
probably
on the
million and a half
on the
people.
system if it does happen. I'm actually offering the chance of if he is right and it does happen, you don't just get
I'm about
one.
to piss on your parade.
Go on.
Sting versus Rollins is supposed to be opening the night.
What? No. Are they seriously thinking of having?
Why wouldn't you?
Made it.
Which one's going to be the higher quality match? Right, okay, think of this. Because it's supposed to be a champion's advantage, isn't it? In a championship match. That, why wouldn't you want to go against Sting first? If you had a choice, who would you rather go against first? Sting or John Cena?
If it's the champion's choice,
Yeah.
you'd go with Sting first. I can see what you're saying. However, I think ratings. The main event should be the title, as in.
Okay. So, I'm going to put this in because, I'm about to break the internet with this comment.
Go on.
It's not real.
So you want
Okay, so...
Sting to open
Wait, I haven't
and
finished
Cena
yet.
to main event.
Jesus Christ, he's interrupting me while I'm trying to explain.
Again.
Go on.
Right. So, it's not real, but, wrestling is a parody of real sport. So, in this real sport, you've got to do 2 matches tonight. So just pretend you're a boxer. You've got to take on Tyson Fury and then Vladimir Klitschko in the same night. Don't mind if you get knocked out. Who would you rather take on first?
Tyson Fury.
I can see where your logic is with this already, because you'd rather be knocked out by Vladimir at the end instead of by Tyson Fury.
No.
You didn't get it then, did you? Who is worth more to WWE? Sting or John Cena?
Right.
Yeah. Why would you not want Cena last and Sting first? I get what they.
I understand what they're saying.
No, I'm going. Sting is the easier fight. So, as a champion, if you had a choice
You
of...
take the easiest path first
Yeah, because then you can conserve,
against
some...
Cena.
Yeah. You're looking at this from a point of valuing the championships, when the championships mean fuck all anyway. So, you need to treat it as you would treat a real fight.
Basically, what you're saying is,
Say Mr. Kelsey had to fight me and you first. You'd probably pick you first.
Yes.
get out of town.
Yeah, I would.
He wouldn't pick me.
Bec-
He wouldn't pick me first.
Did I just say that?
He wouldn't. No, you shouldn't. Because I've always beaten you.
But did you not put... I get what Mr. Goff's saying. It doesn't matter if you lose first. If you lost against Sting, it wouldn't matter because you still want to save your strength for the better person.
So,
Mr. Scott's better than you.
No. You just basically said the world title, the main belt, means less than the US title.
What did you just say?
No.
Nathan?
Tell me. Okay, I just
The
can't
titles-
see
Right.
the WWE devaluing the WWE Championship over the US.
You cannot lose the main title by disqualification.
So what you're saying is Seth's going to go out against Sting, get DQ'd.
Then he's got 5 matches to rest, and that's like what, 2 hours?
Hour and 40 minutes at the least.
So why wouldn't you? Why
I
you
just
hating?
think that's just just
You'll look at this from a different point of view than I would be.
yeah.
Because I look at it from a point of wrestling as a parody of real life sport. You know?
All right, I understand.
I've
Listen.
said that twice, and both times you've rolled your eyes up in your head.
I
at me.
understand your logic. I understand it. I just think on a pay-per-view, the main title should be the main event.
Okay,
That's just my
but
view.
The main title fight isn't as good as the US title fight. Okay, I'm going to put this to you a different way.
I understand what you're saying.
Which one sells more?
You're saying Cena versus Seth will sell more than Sting versus. I agree with you on that. It's just
People aren't paying to watch nostalgia. You know, if I wanted to pay to watch nostalgia, I'd want him come down to Seek and Destroy.
right.
Not whatever that shit theme is that they've got him now.
No comments
Why
on
did we get the
that.
drummers this time round again?
No.
I think they should for the fuck up of that one guy not in uniform.
You know,
I
get
think-
it right. Get it right.
It's like you, that person had one job, he fucked up, just like you do most times. You had one job, most times you fuck it up. Like,
Kelsey. Claim
I
that.
don't mind if you have some.
Thank you.
Claim
You
that.
asked.
Claim that when you actually beat me.
Okay, I don't really care because who's booked more.
Right. So moving past your petty argument.
I'll tell you that.
So moving past your petty argument. So do you now understand why?
I
they will
understand. I already said I understand what your logic. I just
Go? It isn't logic. It's business sense.
no. It's just because
What were you crying out for ages ago? For the other belts to mean something?
I agree with you that all the championships should mean a championship should mean something. I just think devaluing your main championship at
Okay.
the same time doesn't exactly.
You're a UFC fan. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Should the heavyweight fight always go on last?
No.
No.
Why?
No.
Who would you pick to be your main event? Fabrice Verdun, the UFC heavyweight champion, or Ronda Rousey? Who would you pick?
I know which one.
Or even better, or not even better. Even,
Forget it.
Even equal.
Forget it.
Even equal.
Forget it.
Conor McGregor.
Forget it.
Answer JJ
No,
Dillon.
no. I don't need to answer him. I'm about to answer him now. No need to answer it. I agree. That's fine. I understand.
He's been backed into a corner. He's been beat into a mess. I'm going in for the Superman punch.
Twice.
Right. No. So that's my point.
I understand what you're saying.
So, okay.
It's
So just to finish this off, you've said for WWE that your World
It's
Heavyweight
not-
Championship
no,
should
no,
always
it's
main
not that.
event
It's
the
just
night.
I'm not saying it's.
However, you've just said that for UFC, you don't want their heavyweight title
That's-
to always main event.
Whoa. I'm not saying.
So I'm just inflating your whoa. Sound like a dog then. Oh, whoa.
Right. I agree with your sense. I'm agreeing with you. You can stop where you are. You do not need to continue on this issue.
Stop. Hammer time. Da-na-na-na. Da-na. Can't touch this. Da-na-na-na. Na-na. Honk.
You hit my head sometimes. You just hit my head. Why?
I've done the past 4 times, but
Why?
I've been in the ring with me.
I haven't touched like you. I'm a bit disappointed with that argument. Because
He gave up.
Yeah, he gave up. You know, it was like he tapped out in the middle of the ring and not even attempted to get to the ropes.
Right.
It's like them fighters, you know,
No.
when they get hurt,
Right.
and you know when they don't want to go on
It's
no more
because-
they broke the will.
It's a bit of an old tradition, having your main title. I believe in a little bit of some of the old tradition, having the main title on main. I can understand your logic in the sense of you want the most marketed match on last. So that's fine, but I'm just a bit of a traditionalist. That's all my thought was. I was just being a bit of a traditionalist and having the main belt as the last match. That is all.
Would you say that would Ring of Honor then if they made Jay Lethal defend his world heavyweight title first and then the television title last?
But they're actually doing it the other way around. They're actually doing the television first, then the heavyweight.
He didn't get what he said, did he?
If they did it the other way around.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, it is all about marketing now. It's not about the belt anymore, it's about marketing.
The belts are a prop.
And some.
Like the Slam heavyweight title to me was a prop. I only had it for a month and a half and I got it taken off me. It was a prop.
But to some companies, it's not that way. In some companies, it isn't that way. Some companies like to follow the tradition. Notice the word I just said. Some companies, I didn't say all. I said some. Like to follow the tradition that the main event should be the main title.
Let's keep when you main champion and tag match.
Title match. If you've got a title match, usually forget it. I was just explaining a bit of an old tradition. It doesn't matter. I tap out. Forget it.
Where's Bruce Buffer when you need him?
And the winner of this and no, North's main belt champion, Nathan Goff.
He doesn't look happy. And the Matt Burns does not look happy.
Please don't eat me.
Please don't eat me.
Don't be bit. Don't spread your bitterness to us. I'm a happy fella. I've got a wife and kid.
You have a life?
Do you have a
A
kid?
wife. And unfortunately, you both can't say because we've seen them both. So,
Your kid does the winner better than you.
Yes, he does.
he's learned off the best.
He learned from the best. He probably taught you how to do it.
Repeat that again.
I was being sarcastic.
I was doing it before you used even Paul.
Doesn't.
I was telling
Woo! How do you like?
me now?
That's when I get very passionate and go.
That's enough.
You need
Keep that to yourself. You animal.
Oh well. Anyway,
Matt Burns just like, I have entered the twilight zone of
Twilight Zone.
of podcast today.
I've entered the danger zone.
Danger. No, this isn't the danger zone. This is literally the Twilight Zone. This is. What the hell?
Basically, okay, I'll say this briefly. I agree with what you're saying, because it's tradition. But I agree with what Nathan's saying with marketing. You
Yes.
can't have both.
That's what. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
I won his argument. I taught his argument for him
I
in
appreciate
4
it.
seconds. Instead of your, I believe, and I'm better than mine. It was just basically, why didn't you just let me say it? 4 seconds later, we could have ended this a lot sooner. But no. So how do you like me now, bitch?
Really? Really?
It's true, isn't it?
So, next week I believe you're in.
I believe.
In Dudley,
Maybe.
potentially.
Maybe.
Potentially. Most probably, but you never know.
Where are you next week? Are we here? Are we in Dudley? Are we in Cornwall? Where are we?
Cool. Oh, McConnell.
He's like, I'm not taking you anywhere again. I'm done with the burning truth. I'm done with the golden rules. You're all just a bunch of wankers.
If that happened, that'd be so good. If he did that, that'd be X. I'll get my wish. I will poke you in the face in a minute if you don't stop.
I
believe.
will not
Blah, 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 blah.
QUIT.
Woo!
I will not QUIT.
What does that
Nothing
spell?
wrong with saying the word.
No, no.
Nothing wrong, you don't know I quit match.
No, no, I'm not. I'm just saying it.
We're in a podcast.
I know
Not
that.
in
but
a
I was
ratings
just...
war. Woo!
You put the deal with the shades away.
Woo! Woo!
You sound like a hound dog now.
Well, you know.
Oh,
Okay, is there any other arguments you fancy losing to? Because I quite enjoyed that argument.
Yeah, we tapped out. We lost. Loser. Loser.
and you're
loser.
backing him to beat me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Last time you beat me, you injured my arm. To the point it's still injured.
I did not.
On my birthday.
I did not.
Then the time before that, you beat me because, well,
The referee's a wanker.
You suck.
referee got in the way.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
And you couldn't pick me up properly for a proper powerbomb.
I slammed you still. And I still pinned your ass.
It's more like a sky high than a pop-up power.
Oh, it's bad.
I don't care. I don't care. It still worked. I still pinned you.
You technically didn't beat me in the... Actually, you didn't beat... So technically, actually, it's only 2-0. Because you didn't pin me in the tag match. Jason Maverick did. And then... Jason Maverick did again before that. And then before that, actually, I realised Squirt beat me. So you've only beat me twice. There is no 4-0 now. There is.
He's
two.
just
true, isn't it, though?
trying to search for answers. He's just lying. He's just being a
That's
sore loser.
No, if you want, I can hold them off, but I do have the results there, Finn.
Who's 1-0?
You.
Want to match.
Yes, it was. It was a caught on video. It's caught
It
on
wasn't
pictures.
caught on video.
Why are you getting on defensive then? What are you hating, bro?
I'm not hating, bro. It's just the fact that it wasn't even a match,
bro.
and I ended up having to go to the dentist the next
There
day.
was a referee there.
No, you paid someone a fine to just get hit.
Isn't that what referees are?
Yeah, there was paid officials. I paid an official.
You paid a passerby.
Yeah.
No, it was actually with
Here's some coins. You could probably use your notes in the pub. And then you got some drinks, so you had some coins and you did this.
Oh no! We haven't been to the pub yet.
Technically, if you're in a curry house, you still have to pay for drinks, so you still have to pay for beer.
It wasn't actually a pub. It was a curry house, but it's
Did-
not a
did-
pub.
Didn't I just say that?
Mm.
And you still got in a curry house, you still can get drinks.
Alright, that's fine. You did it outside of the curry house, and then we went there, and then
and then I won.
Free. If I was there, you know my usual thing, if I don't win after a big sick kick, it's 1, 2,
when did you kick out? Ah, that should not happen.
I could have got like a 10 count out of him.
I bet he's on the floor going, I've ashamed my father, my younger brother.
No. He's jumping up, going, I'm the heavyweight hardcore champion. I am Steve Fogged.
Well, mind you, the dentist didn't do a very good job with your teeth, did he?
He did a fine job.
My ass!
Have you seen his nose though? His nose is a bit out of place now.
He always has been out of place. His head's looked a bit crooked, you know, ever since February. Yeah, I could tell you now going,
No, I've got a stiff neck.
have to
You
be going.
should have swallowed that Viagra.
Viagra's meant for the penis, not your neck. That would look hard.
Well, is there any other wrestling stuff you want to cover this week?
This week, I'm going to have to say...
GFW's UK tour been announced.
Yep.
Will they complete it because they didn't complete the Texas event?
that they didn't. Will they actually go through with it?
Yes, because Jeff Jarrett's in the UK that time, so it will go ahead.
Well, there is.
And of course, you're gonna have like he's got NGW stars, and I can't remember the other company that he's got connected with. And of course, you got imports coming over to the UK all the time now because you get a fuck lot of money from the United States. Yeah, look, when Cash came over for his last tour, do you know how much he earned?
What?
In 4 weeks, 30 grand. That's not merch either.
That's just
That's
cash.
seminar, and that was wrestling.
And that's without merchandise. Man, the man must be making a killing.
He doesn't wrestle anymore, I don't think.
Well, there is
Nice guy though.
There is one topic that we can possibly mention
Yeah, well then.
about a certain upcoming Halloween event that we might be paying a visit to. Or shall we put that off till later?
Might put it off till later, really, because
What would you say?
We'll put it off because it's even Halloween, yeah? It's even the end of this month.
Good point. Okay.
your sense in danger zone there again.
I'm due Headlock take over someone.
No, he's not there.
He won't be
He
there.
still owes you money.
It does.
My wasted spunk son used to owe money.
Where's the money? Where's the money?
Oh, where's my money, bitch?
No, he says that.
Where's my money? Suplex City, bitch.
Don't Headlock take over him.
But no, I think that wasn't the worst of it.
No.
Matt Burns' face when I body slammed him when his car was different. It went from happy to
What the?
and what happened?
Yeah,
Please
no.
come past him.
My car, the police.
And Charles Kelsey going, hello. The Queen wave as well, probably like this.
The Queen wave as well.
I just go, hello. Drunk.
Nah. I will say
Straight
this.
out of Stoke, baby.
I'm going to say this right now, and I'm sure Nathan will appreciate this, and probably aim to do it. If he is there, and you instead of Headlock taking over him, take him to Suplex City,
No. Nath will take him wherever
and
he
I will
wants to
pay
go.
you £10.
Wow. If you do a Suplex City, I will give you £10 of my non-hard-earned money.
Per suplex.
I don't think you would have that much. What if you did?
Good point, yeah. Good point.
That's 100 suplex.
Okay. I'll pay
£10.
you £10 just a German suplexing. That's it.
Isn't that what you just basically saying before? But
I switched it back because I realised I probably couldn't afford the 100 suplexes that had happened. Amateur.
You know, also need is 20 Germans, and then I can have a decent night out.
And £200 in your back pocket for doing fuck all.
Yeah.
I'll let you German suplex me 20 times so you get £200 as long as you bought me a drink.
No, it doesn't count for you.
Screw that Burns over for money. And
No. I'm not saying to be done on you because
I'll just point him in the
as much.
I'll just point him in the way of Chris Renfrew when we get there.
Remember this fat fuck?
Yeah, do you remember this one?
Whoa! I didn't have the problem with Chris Renfrew. That was you.
Wolfgang, you got a
It
problem.
was Wolfgang that tried to start on me.
Oh,
Because of
The crowd chanting, "You fat bastard,"
thanks to
Charles Kelsey.
just like the twat chant.
And he looks at me. Who are you calling fat? I never said it.
He did.
Yeah, so
I didn't.
It's on RCW demand.
You can check.
we get one of them signs saying, Wolfgang, he called you a fat twat last time with an arrow pointing.
Well, I have been getting a lot of mic time recently with a lot of companies, so I can get on the mic quickly and go, Wolfgang, he calls you a fat cunt. He said it. This man said you are a useless piece of shit. And then we get a fight.
That's fine.
You couldn't win.
That's fine. I'm not bothered. If I get some free time on RCW, that's fine.
You ain't great, though, mate.
I'm not saying I'm great though.
Right, so has anyone got anything else that they want to bring up this week?
Kelsey, anything you want to bring up?
Next week, I have the man who fucked off. I have business, so I won't be here next week.
So he'll be fucking off. I could possibly be joining him.
You won't be joining me on a Saturday, mate. I'm not wrestling.
No, I
Why,
meant
personal
the,
business?
I meant the other show.
No, you ain't booked on that one. I definitely know about that.
No, I mean to watch. To
No, it's
watch.
not. It's like
To watch.
you pay your hard-earned money to watch me,
Get your ass kicked.
but what does he do?
You get your ass kicked.
Does that mean I'm doing my job properly?
Friends help friends.
But you're an associate.
Associates helps associates.
The smart.
He's gonna say I'm less than associates, aren't you now?
Just help bitches.
Bitches help bitches. Remember, bros before hoes. In your current mind stage, you need to put hoes before bros sometimes. Because we know you're like Madonna song, like a virgin.
Touch for the very first time.
Like a virgin.
Please stop, because we do not want to be sued by Madonna.
She can't. I'm not singing a song. I'm just saying lyrics. She can't sue you if you say like a virgin.
I'm just saying, don't sing it.
You know. Matt's got to be in touch for the very first time.
Because he is.
Like a virgin.
Ooh.
Being touched
For the very
first.
time.
And you pair.
Fuck! Fucking bullshit!
God damn it.
God damn it!
He keeps kicking me in the balls.
He's kicking me in the dick. Why is he kicking me in the dick?
Why?
I might do that next match actually if I get Matt Burns.
Just keep kicking me in the dick.
Why does
Ref,
he
look
keep
it over there.
crossbodying me in the dick?
He can't say it with me. Because
No, I can't, because he caught me. And slammed me. On a
was-
slam show.
in a low ceiling place, it was quite hysterical.
Definitely.
See Matt Burns' face going, I am fucked. That's where you realise Charles Kelsey.
No. I have
the
to
golden
agree.
rules.
The match is going great. I'm running. In come the crossbody. He catches me. Now I'm fucked. Thud.
You know them sad moments where, he thinks that he's going like a couple miles an hour? Well, it didn't end up like that. It was like, them failed scenes where if they're about to do it, they're about to achieve that long life dream of theirs, and then some cunt comes in the way to fuck it up for that one moment. Well, that was his eyes when I just went. Just like when
However, that's
AJ
always,
Hughes on his car.
that's always you though, Kelsey. You are that cunt.
Right. Have you got anything wrestling wise trying
No.
to this day?
Wrestling wise, for this week, I believe we've covered it.
Right, okay, so that's brilliant. So I'll start first with putting myself over. I've been Nathan Goff. You can find me on Facebook. I'm under Nathan Goff on Facebook. You can find me on the Burning Truths Facebook on there as well. The email address is burningtruth@outlook.com. You can find Matt at Matthew the Bad Boy Burns and wherever else he's going to tell you about.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I can deal with that. He's mentioned me Twitter, which is the Bad Boy. You've got Matt Burns UK, which is me Facebook page. You've got me email account, which is mattburns04@hotmail.com. And I can see Kelsey already about to laugh because he knows what's coming next. I've got my website, which is www.matt-burns.co.uk. And I believe that would be it for me. And now moving on
Here's the
to...
merch hall. Matthew Burns. He sells his merchandise on street corners. Glory, glory, merch hall Burns. Glory, glory, merch hall Burns.
You always seem to improve that every week. I'm actually getting quite impressed now. I'm actually getting impressed. That, you know,
Just like the performance of when, you know, you have a shit show. When I come, just get that much higher, baby.
you see,
And my hair just grew, if anyone just noticed. You can find me on Facebook at Charles Kelsey. I'm a very loving man.
lovely.
I look like shit though in the picture because I look rough. That's called.
That's because you beat people up.
No, I meant like the face because I've got like baggy eyes and it's like, yeah, I'm just tired.
Fair enough.
Find me on Twitter at the Big Deal 1989.
Bastard.
Ha ha! Take that, twat. I'll say it now. Yes, you can find me on Twitter at
No. You
Big
spoiled.
Deal 1989.
I'm not
You
doing it
can
now.
find me
no.
on the Burning Truth Facebook. So I normally do that.
Well, there's also, but if you want to, you haven't just got the Burning Truth Facebook. We've also got the Burning Truth Twitter page as well.
Yeah, that's yours though. I have the Facebook, and if it got
I also
Paddy
do
as
the
well,
Facebook.
you do Twitter.
I did Facebook and Twitter, but if
Who made us the Facebook page with the if some stupid fucking idiot says
you mean the HR department?
I am HR.
You want the HR department?
I am HR.
HR and complaints. Charles Kelsey.
And if you don't know what HR means, you silly people, it is human resource.
Proving the point why he's disliked.
People are like that.
Well. Why some people may hate on him, maybe.
Hey, what do you expect? And of course, you could email us at theburningtruth@outlook.com.
Yeah.
Was it .co.uk?
S.com.
.com, yes. And
Right.
that is us for this week.
That is us for this week.
So,
So, as we've always stated, please check out your local wrestling or any
wrestling.
wrestling that you are a fan of. You know, and also, if you do have any questions, let us know. Just let us know.
yeah, Mark, where's your questions lately?
Ooh.
What was it? He went from having questions to having none, so I expect them soon, sunshine, with a pointy finger at this microphone.
You're really pointing that finger out at Mark, aren't you?
Did you like my song, Mr. Goff, by the way, of the merch hall?
Is that the bit that's Matt Burns?
Yeah?
yeah.
He's the merch hall. Matthew Burns. I mean, I said I'd never said very glory, glory. Merch hall Burns.
You know,
I've got to say, it does get impressive every week, even regardless of if it's maybe an insult or not.
you know.
I have to give
Some
credit
say
where
he has an addiction to merch. Others say that he just can't sell enough of it. But all three know is Matt Burns.
I mean, there's like... There's 4 kinds of people on the street corner. There are drug dealers, there are prostitutes, there are homeless people, and there's Matt Burns. If you go down Bitter Street, on that corner,
Well, I've heard he works 2 of the oldest professions in the world. I've heard he prostitutes the merch out, but he's also a great politician as well.
oh fuck off, he's not a great politician.
Well, he always politics to win his matches against on people's birthdays.
Yeah, true. Are you right? By the way, I know this is off topic. What is happening with you and United? 1 minute you're always on there, and next minute you're not. Have they not just contacted you or something?
they haven't been in touch. So
You sound like you're fucking missing. Can't miss you. Just smell the bitterness.
Johnny
No.
Laurinaitis is going
no,
to
I'm not saying that. If they want me,
He's
then
got a really deep voice,
I'm
isn't
just
he?
going to state that
I was in Japan. And I was
I'm not one of them cool, like the gimmick that he
Was
had,
you going
like,
to say I'm not one of the cool kids?
cool dudes. As he used to keep, rad. What were the radical dudes or something? The gimmick. Anyway, the point being is, if
You
they
mean
want
Shit
me,
Posse?
no. If they want,
They're awesome. They're shit, but awesome. They had to take the fuck out of me when I was a teenager.
They were good shit.
They were good shit.
Yeah.
Teenager, I was like, you're shit, but I fucking love it. Getting their asses
I can
kicked,
agree with that.
especially the sofa spot.
Anyway, back to where we were. If United want to boot me, they know where I am. However, if they don't need me, that's fine. That's their choice.
Why wouldn't they?
That's their choice. I don't know. I'm not. That's not my decision. That's the booking's decision. If they
I
want,
don't mean this in a bad way, by the way.
I know. I understand where you're coming from.
Look, why wouldn't... I mean, you like the... I know. It's a very beautiful shot. But why would they not want to contact one of the most over people there and possibly the second only Stokey there?
I don't know. That's not my decision. That's their decision. If they want to explain that,
I
they
mean,
can.
Dusty Rhodes stuff going, no, Daddy, that's not for you, that's somebody else. That's not for you in the heavyweight title picture. No, Daddy, that's not for you, that's somebody else.
Right, on a different note, to move on from
Bitterness.
the wrestling promotion that exists in the United Kingdom, somewhere supposedly Stoke-on-Trent, we'll move on to a more bright future spot. We're here next week. Next week, you'll hear me gloating that I'll beat Matt Burns, or everything else,
Or gloating that Matt Burns didn't win and I will beat him.
Yeah, and then I'll gloat for you.
No. I accept it. If you beat me on the, that's fine with me.
I don't think you will be, because it'll be 2-2 and you're the lonely one. You're not the one and only then.
Yeah.
I will
Some
be one
say
only.
he sucks at predictions, but others say
Some say.
Some
Didn't
say-
I beat you last time? And I don't mean last time as in
Didn't I beat you last time, technically, on NXT TakeOver?
NXT, but then I beat you on thingy.
Who cares?
I'm not on about the most recent results. I mean the last time we did this competition.
no.
What was the better event?
I'll take my 2 over your 1.
You can take your 2 over my 1, I don't care. As long as I got there before Matt Burns. And guess what? It happened. You might be a day later to get that equaliser, but just like your slow ass did, I was there one step ahead of you.
I get knocked down.
Brindaloo!
Good old blue pants.
Anyway, moving on. We'll be back here next week. Anything you'd like to add?
Merch. Hot Burns. Merch. Hot Burns.
I'll be with the merch order as Matt Burns, the one and only. Some say he has an addiction, others say it's just a hobby.
He got it as a job.
So I'll be back with him next week.
I'll be texting.
You'll
Mr.
be
God.
with us in 2 weeks. I might be missing in 2 weeks.
He'll be there. He'll be there in spirit, throwing abuse, probably from a distance.
And other than that, though, enjoy your local wrestling. Remember, if you see Matt Burns, just shout merch or at him. You can also find his profile somewhere floating around on the internet. I'm not going to tell you where it is.
No.